Hey there, filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of Bullshit here on the GTM Show channel. And today we've got Dr. McDougall and his cups of soup back on the show again. The last time, it was such a shit show, I really didn't think we were ever going to have these guys on the show again until I saw this perched on a store shelf. This is going to be Dr. McDougall. Remember, this is the Paul Newman ripoff. The vegan ramen chicken flavor. So, bam, there's the cup you're looking for if you're looking for this in stores. I find this like low-rate grocery stores. I've even seen this at 7-Eleven. So yeah, take that all in right there. And as you see what I'm talking about, where it looks like they just completely ripped off the Paul Newman thing going on there. Yeah, organic ramen noodles. This should be interesting. I guess the actual name of this line of foods is Dr. McDougall's Right Foods, and it says they're always delicious, natural, and vegan. Didn't know that the last time around, but now we do. This tasty soup is made with organic ramen noodles that are baked, not fried, for your natural, delicious wellness. Alright, so our cooking instructions, pretty typical. Remove the lid and flavor packet. Pour the flavor packet contents into the cup. Add room temperature water to the fill line inside the cup. And microwave on high for 1 minute 30 seconds. Actually, they don't have us, typically with these you put the water in there and then you're supposed to put the lid back on. This one, they've strayed. I thought it was going to be straight up, but they strayed there at the very end. Remove from the microwave, stir, and recover with the lid. What? Let me take you back into the cooking instructions here. They've got us removing the lid there at the top of the instructions, and then, near the bottom, after the fill line stuff, after we've cooked it, then we're putting the lid back on to let it steam for about a minute after it comes out of the microwave. That's very odd. Very, very odd. I've never seen cup noodles with instructions like these where we remove the lid through the entire cooking process and only replace it at the end for steaming purposes. That's fucking weird. Now for the boiled water cooking instructions, that's a little more typical. You add it up to the fill line with the boiling water. Do not microwave. Let stand covered for 5 minutes or until noodles are tender. Stir again and enjoy. That's old school. That's typically how you would do these. Now I'm kind of perplexed now. I'm not quite sure if we should do the boiled water way or if we should do the microwave way and just see how fucked up that comes out. Nah, I know you guys are going to want to go old school. So we're going to do the boiled water thing, old school. The way it's supposed to be done. We're probably just going to fill it up with boiling water, put the lid back down again, and probably just put a plate on top of it to keep it weighted down for the 5 minutes it has to sit. Before we go cooking though, we got to get into this. So there is our flavoring packet, and it's actually, I would say there's a lot of powder in there compared to a typical square of ramen. And inside there's your a knot of ramen noodles. I was kind of wondering what was going to be in there, if it was just going to be chopped up regular Lipton soup noodles or what, but yeah, it's got the knot like we see with a lot of other cup ramen. So that's a good sign right off the bat, although they do look a little brown. They did say these were vegan, organic noodles, so that might be why they're a little brownish looking. But yeah, I'm down to try this. So I'm going to do the whole bit with the boiling water and we come back and see what we got. Alright, stick around. Alright guys, we are back. We've got our McDougall's vegan chicken ramen soup with us right now, where it's been steaming for the last 5-6 minutes or so with a plate on top of it. How we did this, we just poured it into the fill line and just threw a plate on there like that to keep the lid down and keep the steaming action going on. Time for the big reveal. And I gotta tell you, the seasoning packet, when I cut it open to dump it in there before I put the boiling water and all that jazz, the seasoning packet smelled like every chicken bouillon or chicken seasoning that you get with every single ramen ever. The noodles, however, as soon as I put the water in there, my God, it smelled like awful shit. Even now, it doesn't smell appetizing. It smells kind of dirty, gritty. But with typical cup of soup, boom, there you go. You've got vegetables in there. What we saw in the front, usually with ramen, you don't get the stuff that you see in the photograph. You just get the noodles and the flavoring. But here on this one, boom, carrots, corn. What else we got going on in there? Maybe some parsley, something like that. So this just looks like a cup of soup. This doesn't even look like typical ramen anymore. This just looks like, well, who makes it? I don't see anything special going on here. It's every bit as watery as you would find with the other guy's cup of soup. Smell slightly off. That's about it really. With the other one, it has that strong chicken bouillon smell, and this one doesn't have it. It just smells kind of gritty. Slightly parsley-like. That's about it. Doesn't smell like standard issue cup of soup. I never thought I'd say it though. I kind of wish this was regular cup of noodle soup right now. Anywho, just twist up a bunch of this bullshit up on the fork here. And there we go. Yeah, the noodles didn't plump up for shit at all. No plumpage. Alright, down the hatch with our McDugall's vegan chicken ramen. Bland. Extraordinarily bland. I kind of wish that like this was prison style, where maybe I might have drained off half the water, something like that, to maybe double up on the flavor of the seasoning packet. But right now, yeah, this is like just the shadow of cup of soup right here. Now if the words, "this cup of soup is pretty good, but the flavor's a little too strong for me," has ever slipped out of your lips, this is for you right here. It's pretty much everything that a regular cup of soup is, you know, minus a few more vegetables, with like half of everything, half of the flavor. I mean, I don't know how to put it. This is basically cup of soup with its balls cut off. Like they'd taken it, stripped it down, left it up on blocks. You can tell what it used to be, but it's no longer that. This is the kind of chicken soup that they give you in the hospital. It's edible, but it's way too weak for my standards, and out of all the ramen that I've ever had on this show, or even on like the GTM show, just regular episodes, man, this is just so neutered out. Yeah, I could never see myself picking this up again. I'm not going to seek it out. It's just too weak for me. I'm going to give this a super low 3 out of 5. And even that, I'm going to give it the 2 treatment, where this is going to go into a garbage can here in a second, as soon as we stop filming. Give it a go if you want. There you have it, the McDugall's Vegan Ramen Chicken Flavor Soup. I'm Mr. Dirty, GTM store fit. You can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. And as always, get out of here and go have a rocking day.